He heard about the miracles that were going on. So he sent his servant. Okay? I'm sorry, it was his servant that was sick, right?
Yeah.
That was fine. That's the next one. Anyway, he loves his servant. So he goes out looking for the healer. He finds him. Now this guy's not even a Jew. He's a centurion, which means he's a Roman. He's not Jewish. Jesus is not looking for Roman people at this time. They're Gentiles. He's looking for sheep. But the centurion comes anyway. And you know what? Jesus marveled. Why? Because of his faith. He says, listen, you don't even have to come to the house. I know just by your word that if you say something, it will be done. Isn't that crazy? By the word. See, Jesus doesn't necessarily have to come. All that has to be spoken is the word. And it will be done.
Amen.
Amen? Bible's up. I got one more $5. Who's going to get it?
Me.
Okay. It is found in the book of Luke. Luke again. Chapter 8. If you want up here, honey. I don't want it. They're playing. Okay. Luke chapter 8. All the way up. Luke chapter 8, verses 40 to 56. I didn't say that. Luke chapter 8, verses 40 to 56. Go! Luke chapter 8, 40. Luke chapter 8, 40. Luke chapter 8, 40. Luke, John, 40. Who's got it? Who's got it? Kevin got it this time? Who's got it?
He thinks he got it.
Verses number 40.
And it came to pass that when Jesus was returned, the people gladly received him, for they were all waiting for him. And behold, there came a man named
Jairus.
Jairus, and he was a ruler of the
Synagogue.
synagogue, and he fell down at Jesus' feet and besought him that he would come into his house, for he had one only daughter, about 12 years of age, and she
Was dying.
lame and dying. But as he went to the people thrown him, and when a woman having an issue of his blood 12 years, which had spent all her living upon
Physicians.
neither could be held in any healed of any ailment.
Keep on going.
Came behind him and touched the border of his garment, and immediately her issues of blood stanched.
Keep on going.
And Jesus said, "Who touched me?" When all denied, Peter and they that were with him said, "Master, the multitude throng thee and press thee, and sayest thou, Who touched me?" And Jesus said, "Somebody hath touched me, for I perceive the virtue is gone out of me." And when the woman saw that she was not hid, she came trembling and falling down before him, she declared unto him before all the people for what cause she had healed immediately. And he said unto her, Daughter, be of good comfort, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace. While he yet spoke, there cometh one from the ruler of the synagogue house, saying to him, Thy daughter is dead, trouble not the master. But when Jesus heard it, he swore him, saying, Fear not, believe only, and she shall be made whole. And when he came into the house, he suffered no man to go in save Peter and James and John and the father and the mother of the maiden. And all wept and bewailed her. But he said, Weep not, she is not dead, but sleepeth. And then laughed him in scorn, know that she was dead. And then he put them all out of, and took her by the hand and called, saying, Maid, arise. And her spirit came again, and she rose straightway, and he came, commanded to give her meat. And her parents were astonished, but he charged them that they should tell no man what was done.
Thank you. You guys may sit down.
Amen.
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 We've got two stories that we're talking about here today. Okay? First one was the centurion whose servant was dying, okay? Fatally ill. He says, listen, I know you can heal, right?
Amen.
Then we have Jairus. Jairus' daughter, who was 12 years of age, who was deathly sick. He goes and sends for Jesus, right? And Jesus is walking down the road, but as they walk, he gets interrupted by this woman who sneaks up behind him, and her thought was, I've spent everything I've got. Nothing is going to heal me, but if I can just touch, right? That song,
Yes.
woohoo, right? If I can just touch the hem of his garment, I know I can be healed.
Amen.
Right? She wasn't out there to try to meet him. She wasn't out there to try and have him say a word. She was just out there to touch his garment. That's what the faith being applied is going to do for you. You don't necessarily have to have him say anything. He's still God. Right?
Amen.
Everything is applied with faith. The centurion had faith. Jairus even had faith. But it was being tested. Severely tested. You know why? She died. Now faith seems to be really good as long as there's life in the body. You know, we tend to have a lot of faith, even to the last ounce. But once that thing dies, or once that person dies, all of a sudden, there's no more faith.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
And Jesus is still Jesus.
Amen.
What does Jesus say? She's not dead. She's asleep. Is that true? Was that true? Yes.
Amen. That's right.
It had to be true. It had
That's right. Amen.
You see what I'm saying? Who did Jairus believe what Jesus said? It was kind of hard, wasn't it?
Yep.
Because of all the other people that were there, they were scourging him and mocking him, belittling everything that he was there for, making it hard for Jairus to believe. But just because everyone else is there, it doesn't mean that you just throw away the faith that you still have. As long as Jesus is still with you, there's still a hope. Because Jesus was on the way from the beginning, right? Do you think Jesus is going to stop and then say, well, it's over, it's already too late? No, Jesus already knew that all this was going to happen. He knew it was going to happen. Why? Because he's God.
Amen.
Jairus, though, didn't understand. Why is this woman